Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. 50. I've got all of them. Right, now, we've got 50 boilers. So what did I say? I reckon we need something like 10 boilers or something equally daft like that. So you got to go like this. Right? So if I do a line of 10 boilers like that, and I mean, if I look down here on this bit, here I've got 8 boilers that are actually supplying all of these with everything they... Well, no, they're not. That's an interesting point. They don't actually seem to be. I got 99,000 timber there. I did have it that the timber was being burned. In here. I got both of these items being requested. They're burning solid fuel in there. But I did also have them bringing timber over as well. So I don't know how to have it prioritize. Like, is there a way to have it take timber first and then burn solid fuel second? I don't know about that. Right, let's have a look at you. You're cycling through and you're running. You're doing exactly what you should do. So then I go down to this end, and you've got no steam. Alright, you simply do not have the steam to run. You don't have anything either. So most of these just aren't getting sufficient steam coming through. What's the problem? Why are they not getting this? We've got the water coming in. That's not a problem. We don't have a gap on the water. Look in here. That one's going fine. It's possibly struggling. Like, if you actually click on the boiler, you can't see what's going on there. It does look like it's struggling to bring sufficient water in through. So it looks like we do actually need to have some speed modules in there in order for that to run properly. So maybe there's something... I walked up against the side of that train just there. I don't know if you've seen that. That could have been an unmitigated disaster. Fortunately, it wasn't. So 10 of these is probably not enough. So we will go for 12. Just to start it off with. And is one factory for water going to be sufficient? That's the next big question. So I bring that up to there, so I've got the steam going in. And then I want to do the unloading factory over this side. That's going to go there like that. And you are going to debarrel water. So I'm not bringing in separate ones. I could just bring in separate ones from here. And that would actually make a lot of sense to go and do that. That would be a sensible, very sensible thing to do. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm very rarely sensible. I want to get a few of those. Let's make a couple of them now. One of them, I'm going to place that one down there, and then I'm going to put the request barrel there like that, and I'm going to go with stack inserters like that, and then I'm going to bring you like that, and then in here I want speed modules, which means I need to go and get some speed modules. 1, 2, 3, like that. Oh, no, you don't. My robots have just gone and stolen them. Cheeky little devils. Right. I'm going to take those, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that right there, and then I'm going to remove those 3. And then I'm going to paste some new ones in on top. Why aren't you removing them? Right. Let me just come over here and drop these. Oh, I got 6 of them. Drop those in there like that, so that I've got... That one is now going to run full tilt. That's the idea here. That one's got to run absolutely flat out. And then I want to drop power down here. So that one's powered on. And I can get rid of... Right. I can put that one back now. So those two will go out. That's been removed. And then I can go with paste in here. And I can drop those back in where they're supposed to go. In there, like that. Right. They're going to put those back in. And then they've also got the demands for the speed modules to go in there. That's the idea behind that. Right. Next, I've got this one here. I've got a robot highway down there. They'll bring it from here. Should be sufficient. It should be okay. We should be able to do this. So you right there, I want 400 barrels of water to be brought to that one. 400 barrels of water. That is going to run absolutely full tilt and run into there. So next up, I want to put... Now this is something that I'm curious about. Down over here, can I go and change how these work over here, right? Let's get across and down into here. These right here, can I have them prioritizing timber over the other, right? Can I just say, take timber until it drops below a certain point, and then take the other one? I don't think I can do that. I don't think that is a thing. So you've got the circuit network there, and then you've got the logistics network. Right, I connect to this. I got... Turn this entity on only when the condition is true. I got enable, disable, mode of operation. Yes, that's the only option that you've got. So, enable when the timber is below a set level. So, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not actually going to use up the timber in here. Oh, wait a minute. Is there a way to do this? Yes, there is a way to do this. It just requires an extra chest. That's all. That's what we got to do. We're gonna have to put in an extra chest. If I want to be able to do it, I've got to put in an extra chest. And I do want to do this because I'd like to be able to use up some of the timber, but I don't want to use up all of the timber. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put 2 chests down like this. Then we will go like that, and I'll put those 2 into there like that. This chest here is going to request timber. Okay, I'm going to request 500 timber into that chest there. This one is going to request solid fuel. And that one is going to request 50 solid fuel. I don't need very much for the solid fuel. So I've got a request going on each of those right there. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is that one, I'm going to go logistics network in here. I'm going to connect that. And when the timber is below a set level, which I'm now going to set as 50,000... When I've got less than 50,000 timber, it's going to disable. Right. That's greater than. When it's less than 50,000 timber, it's going to disable. Because at the moment, I've got 99,000. So when that drops below 50,000 timber, that one disables, and then only this one will run. And that one doesn't need to do anything. Actually, this one, I ought to have that only enable when this one is below. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Yes, I need to change that one over as well. So this one right here, I want to connect that one as well. And that one, I want that one to only work when timber is greater than... No, when timber is below 50,000. When timber is less than 50,000, it won't work. Set. When timber is greater than 50,000. So when there's more than 50,000 timber, this one won't work. And when there's less than 50,000 timber, this one won't work. So when there's more than 50,000 timber, that one's going to run and that one's not. And then when that number switches over, that one's going to stop and that one's going to run. And the reason that I want it to do that is because I always want to have a reserve of timber so that I can keep making these. Because these require timber to be able to be made. So if I have that set up on each of them, I don't need to change anything else. I don't know. If I set one condition on those, all the way around, and I'll link them with green and red wires. I don't know if that would also do the same, but you don't need to. I've got that set on there, and then all I need to do is copy that, and then drop that out onto there like that. And I'll do the same over here. Like that. There. So yeah, they're going to be I'd like actually for the timber and for those two to be swapped over. But I'd have to manually do that, so that's fine. We can leave it like that. That'll be absolutely fine. So there we go. We've got another complete fill on there. The only other thing that I want to do is... If I drop that in, this is not quite enough. Well. What about you? You'll reach it anyway. Okay, so if I do that... I do that... And I do that... I'll do the same over on those. Like that. That's all going to go into there. And then... I'll drop that in. And that's fired up. Excellent. Right. Now that is creaming through on the water barrels. I'm thinking I'm probably going to need, in order to make this work properly... Yeah, that's running absolutely flat out there. It's putting in as much water as we possibly can. That's not changing anything now. But it's now gone and put steam all the way through. And if I look here, it's actually gone and put steam all the way down here. Now, the big question I've got is, can I do this with 25 in a line? That's the big question. I may not be able to make this work with 25 in a line. I may have to change this round and reduce the number that I've got in the line, and instead have my robot highway come up through here and kind of spread half of it out that side and half of it out that side. Say, well, maybe we do 15 out each side or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but 25 in a line is the target at the moment. We'll see if we can do this, see if we can make this work. So next up, actually, let's just go and check. Everything is in place down here. Landfill, I've got 6k. I just want to run down here. Little tiny bit of landfill that's left still to go there, but that's fine. So I want to go back to paste on here. And I need to go back through all of these items to what I was last using. That's the one I want. Right. Let's start extending this line all the way down as far as we can. Like that. And extending it up as far as we can as well. So that we can meet that in the middle. And I've also got this little bit of line over here, which I can just finish off doing that. And then I can go into here. And I can take that one and... put you, and put you, and do the same up here. Drop that one, and that one, and then that one down there. Right. There we go. We've now got a load more roboports that are going to go into there and deal with that. But, oh, wait, no, there's another bit that we want to do. I need to go up here and set this bit going. Now that I don't have quite so many robots being used, we are building up some accumulator charge. Slowly building up a little bit of accumulator charge. Which is a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Next, I want to go onto here and we want to take this standard build like this, and I want to go all the way along here and put in the robot radar build. I didn't accidentally move that, did I? No. I thought I did for a minute. Bring this one all the way along the full length of this. Now, I want to run down to the other end a minute and drop down onto there. So far, we've not had any sign of aliens attacking. I am certain that aliens are going to attack at some point. Because we did, way back at the beginning, we did actually encounter some aliens. And I did originally plan that this whole series I would have aliens that we would have to deal with as we went through. So the fact that we haven't, that's just down to all of the trees that turned up. And it wasn't sort of planned. I didn't actually mean for it to turn out like this. I mean, I suppose it's fortunate for us in a way because we've not had to deal with any of them. But at the same time, it wasn't what I intended. So it would be quite cool if at some point we do have to deal with some aliens. I wouldn't be entirely sorry if that happened. Now, I'm going to bring a line of landfill out here. I'm just going to fill that bit up to there. Just put in a little bit there just to sort of smooth that out. And then I'll be able to put in another Roboport over there. Get rid of the rest of those trees. And we can start looking at getting some of the stuff there. I would also like to go to here and get rid of yet more trees. So I'm going to go up to... I'm going to go to that high there. And I'm going to do a run all the way out here, right to the very edge of that island. There. It's another 78,000 trees. So it's going to take out all of that bit up there. I've also got this island down here. Now, I haven't done anything with this yet. I don't have full coverage on that, but I'm going to bring that over from this side, so it will sort of fill that in as well. So we won't worry about it just yet, but it is something that we will fill in. And all of that has been done. I've taken care of everything I wanted to there, I think. What was I waiting on? I'm sure there was something I was waiting on. That landfill there is now being filled in, and very, very quickly. Everything else has been filled in. I've mostly got everything I wanted done here now. Like, they are coming out over on an angle, but for the most part, they're going through and they're making use of the robot highways that we've got in places. It should be all good. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? What's going on here? Oh. That's, construction robots going up for timber. They're all heading up there. They're going to take a while to get up there because they've got a funny angle to go and there's no robots in between. So they are going to take a minute or two to do that. That's fine. We can leave them to do that. Now, I want to go back to here and I want to copy all of that. And I want to line that up with the next bit. So I'm going to drop that there and we're going to put one of these exactly like that on each of these lines. So I'm going to put one there, and then I want to put one up here as well, which has got to go there, which means that that one is in the wrong place. So then I can go with, go with paste. I'll put that one there. Just like that. Excellent. Right, that's that one all in place. I've got 12 boilers on each line. The big question will remain, do I have enough boilers on each line? I mean, the rest of it should be fine. I should be able to get all of the rest of it. We got a lot of robots coming up past here. We're now on to 57,000 logistics robots. That's looking pretty good. I'm quite pleased with 57,000. That's definitely not to be sniffed at. And then we've got these coming up here. This is a little bit more of a problem. They're not using this robot highway. They're going over here. And I've also got to make sure that I've got enough water. I should have. Like, you look here at the water. We should have enough. I've got... Those are empty there. And I've got full requests on all of those. So water itself shouldn't be a problem. I don't envisage water being any kind of issue whatsoever. We're currently draining our accumulator charge. That's fine. It's not going to be any kind of a problem, I wouldn't have thought. So if I've got all of that in place now, the only thing that remains is I've got to get some heavy oil to seed the start of production up there. Now, at the moment, I've got some heavy oil on here, and that's locked in place. That's just used for this over here. So I'm going to take some of that. And I'm going to drop that in there. Because what I'm going to do... I'm going to put that in there. Right. This heavy oil here, I'm going to run away with this. Take you to there. Like this, look. And go all the way up to here. Right. All I need to do to start with is seed the heavy oil in. Alright, that's literally all I need to do. Is I just need to push heavy oil in so that it goes around the whole circuit. I drop that in there. Instantly, heavy oil starts going in. Now, that's going out right there, which means that it's going to go through all of these pipes over here. It's going to come out to that end. But what I don't have yet is heavy oil feeding in on this side. So what I've got at the moment is I've got heavy oil escaping, coming up to here. I don't actually need it to do any more than that. I've already gone and I've put some heavy oil in here. I don't need any more. I can now get rid of that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deconstruct. Bye-bye. That's it. I've now seeded the heavy oil. That's all you need. I mean, literally, you can do it with a few barrels if you want to. Let's just go and get rid of this pipe, because this is in the wrong place. I'm not going to want that going there. Bring that down. Get rid of them. That one. You get the idea. And then that. Get that one as well. Right. Trains? Nope, no trains. Next, we will go back up here. So, what I've got over on this side is that comes out a little bit, and that comes out a little bit as well, but I don't have anything joining them together. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make these form a permanent loop, and join them together. As soon as that permanent... See, that's all... I've got the oil up there, right? It goes all the way round into a loop. I don't actually need it to come out this side. I could just keep the loop back on the other side. But I'm thinking if it does loop round this way as well, it might be a little bit better. Now, I did put those out here because... Okay, you can go. That will loop. No, 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 no. If I'm going to do a loop, I'm going to need to do it out from there as well. But those can go. That one and that one can leave, because I did originally expect to be putting them out over this end. So that one's gone, that one's gone, that one's gone, and that one's gone. And then I can put that in here. So that goes the same. Like that. There. Right. And then you will go like that. And then what I will do is I'm going to put these out like this on each and every one of these. Like that. And then I'm going to go like this. So this is going to create our first loop. Running here like this. So then I can join that and that. That's now joined in and around. I got no steam up here because the robots are busy elsewhere and they haven't gone and brought these chests in. They haven't brought that chest in either, so I got nothing happening on that one. But if I drop that one in, I got something happening on this one. Something's definitely happening on here. Why aren't you... Oh, you've not... had stuff brought in over, but I've now got more oil being produced, which means that I've got the heavy oil coming in to feed it in, so I can put these in and get the whole cycle started. That's all you need. You just need to seed this with a little bit of heavy oil. The rest of it is done with water and coal. Alright, everything else is done with water and coal. Now, if I run all the way down this end, I've got no heavy oil being seeded in. So I'm going to want to loop it round. And that's going to be the other problem, is that I'm probably going to struggle for steam down here. Oh, now it's coming through. It does actually now seem to be running through properly. I think my biggest problem is I'm going to struggle with steam. Steam is going to be... I'm definitely going to have some issues with that. So I want to bring that one out over to here. And you're going to go like that. Get rid of that one and put that one there. And then this is going to do that. So that's going to cycle in through. I'm going to join those in together. I'm going to do the same over here. So I'll get rid of that one. And then you will go there like that. Drop them in. There. There. And there. And then loop that up. And then finally, this one up here is going to go out in the same way like that. And that one's just going to do that down to there. And then I'm going to drop that onto there like that. So I've got that. It's all cycling through and it's going in. This one is starting to fill up. That one's starting to fill up as well. I've got all the heavy oil into here. So then what we're going to want is we're going to want to keep this heavy oil loop as a permanent loop up here. We're going to need to sort of put other things elsewhere. How well is this going to run? Overall, how well is it going to run? I mean, the biggest issue that we're going to have at the moment is over this end. Without a doubt, it's going to be this end, enough steam coming down here. Do we have... At the moment, we have got enough steam. I haven't got any steam up here because the robots haven't gone and built this thing here yet. I'm still waiting on them to build this. Right, we haven't got any stack inserters or chests. Is that because the robots are busy? I think it's just because we don't have stack inserters and chests available at the moment anywhere in the system. I think they're being made. Oh, I've got 500 there. And I've got the chests. It's because I'm waiting on the construction robots. So they're busy. It's taking them a while to get through all of this timber up here. Because they got so far to go, but also because they're going over all of this open water. That's making it a lot more difficult for them. That's now all been placed down. Landfill situation, we got 16k. I am going to need to drop down more landfill on here. I suppose I could go and start doing that. Feed that all the way out. That's ready so I can put down more things. Let me run down here a second. You over here. Right, get rid of that one and get rid of that one. And then zoom out a bit and get rid of all of that lot. And we go with the trees. And I will get rid of all of the trees there. It's not that many, it's just a few. And then we will go to paste, and now I gotta find the robots that I was using. There we go. Right. You can go down to there. You can go to there. And you can go to there. I won't go any further than that. Not at the moment, anyway. And then you can drop onto there and let's go out a little bit further. Drop onto there as well. So I've got those have now been requested. I also want to request the last of them in here. And this is going to be... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. So we've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.